Although young Sheldon's cancellation was unfortunate, understanding the reasoning behind the surprisingly swift ending proves that Georgie and Mandy's first marriage could have a long future ahead of it. Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage's title makes more sense for viewers who are familiar with both young Sheldon and The Big Bang Theory than for newcomers. In The Big Bang Theory Season 11, Episode 23, The Sibling Realignment, Georgie's older self mentioned an ex-wife, implying he was divorced or separated from at least one former partner. In young Sheldon's ending, Georgie married Emily Osment's older weather forecaster, Mandy. Thus, the main challenge for Georgie and Mandy's first marriage was explaining how and why this seemingly happy couple ended up separating before the events of The Sibling Realignment. Although Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage Season 2 could feature this much-discussed divorce, it seems more likely that the sitcom spin-off will take a while to get around to it. For fans of Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, young Sheldon's cancellation could seem like a worrying precedent. The Big Bang Theory's spin-off was the most popular sitcom of 2024 when the show was cancelled, so the fact that the ratings of Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage have never matched young Sheldon's finale seems worrying. However, it is vital to note that young Sheldon's ending had nothing to do with its popularity and everything to do with its storyline. Like Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, young Sheldon's entire story was predicated on a little lore from The Big Bang Theory. In the original show, Sheldon mentioned that his father died in his early teens. As such, the ending of young Sheldon was set in stone before the series even began. The show's creators knew that the death of George Sr. would be a pivotal moment of growth for Sheldon, as it preceded his move to Caltech. Thus, the end of young Sheldon was always predetermined. At first glance, this news may not seem reassuring for fans of Georgie and Mandy's first marriage at all. After all, young Sheldon's spin-off also has a preordained ending, in that its central titular couple eventually needs to separate. However, the nature of these events is very different, and this is where Georgie and Mandy's first marriage benefits. Young Sheldon's ratings could never quite match those of The Big Bang Theory, which earned as big an audience as Game of Thrones at the height of its popularity. However, the show was the biggest sitcom of 2024, while Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage was one of 2025's biggest sitcoms, alongside Ghosts Season 4. This is important as it proves that, if it weren't for the show's planned ending, young Sheldon could have continued for another season. There was plentiful fan demand for more from the Cooper clan, as evidenced by the success of Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage. Although the show couldn't match the ratings of its predecessor, the spin-off came close.